Alright guys, it's crack. So on this one, as promised, I'm going to show you how to test plaster. I always actually comment to people and say you should do a wee test first, and you know, it's about time I actually showed you what I'm talking about when I say testing plaster or render. This method that I'm doing could be done on sand and cement as well, stucco, acrylic, the whole works, guys. You can use this type of method that I'm going to do more or less on anything. So I'm going to just tell you now that the plaster on this job was out of date. The guy we're doing the job for, he got a good price on it, so it is what it is. Obviously, I don't recommend using out of date plaster. Also, this particular plaster I don't really like using anyway. But that's why I want to do this introduction, just to say that I don't actually recommend using out-of-date plaster. But this test will be great for if you did have a bag or two that was slightly out of date, or you also, you know, you're using a new product and you want to test the bond and the strength and stuff of it. This wee test might give you a good idea of how it will perform on a larger area before you just keep going on. So hopefully you enjoy this video and it really helps you out. Right, so as promised guys, do it up on the board here and show you how I tested the bond of the board finish to the green plasterboard. So first test I done was a dab, like so. Just let that go. Then the next test I done was this 2 seconds. Was a scrim test. So one on the plaster, like so. I'll plaster that a wee bit. And the idea is I can pull these all apart and see how well it's stuck. I'll do another one here. Probably bring that up a bit. So that'll give you an idea, guys, of how good this out of date board finish is and how good it'll grip to the green boards. There's dab. So I can pull these when it sets, see how strong it is, and I'll try and pull them apart and see how strong it is. And I'll come back and show you that there in a couple of days time, so you have a good incline of why I just went ahead with it. So here we are guys, this is the test that was done. So let's see if we can separate the plaster. So with one hand that's virtually impossible. I'm putting serious pull to that, and it's not. There we go, we got a wee piece. So let's get in and look here. Not much plaster actually was on it, but you can see that it's took the paper with it. So it's a good sign that it's actually bonding good to the paper. Let's go again. You can see. So you can see the pressure in my thumb there, changing colour, but that bond to me already is showing good signs. Ripped off the whole paper, so that to me is already a good sign. Set that over there for now. So the other side here, let's see. Now this will be not as strong as this, no doubt, but that's a good sign, guys. It didn't rip the whole way through, it actually just started to rip. Let's try the second one. Again, pretty good. Good sign that didn't just all come. I'm trying, can't even get any more of it. But that's what you want to see, guys, if you want to know it's going to be a good bond. If it's a bad bond, that would just straight off and all flaked off. A bit on the side of the chop, pick at it, but that's something that you would be a bit more confident on using. Trying to get some edges, guys. Like, you know yourself, if you can't really pull it off, it's not going to come off. But that's an excellent way to test your plastering. Now, this has been on this board probably for about 4 days. You can see it's just breaking on the edge, but it's not going on over. So, very good signs. Not even a full strength because it's still wet, but it would give me a bit of confidence using it, and that's why we did actually use it on the job, was that a bit of confidence. Obviously the homeowner wanted to use it regardless, so it's on the homeowners. If they press into actually using the product, just make sure they know that it's, you know, it's their decision, it's their call. But there we go, guys, that's a good way of testing it and seeing how strong it's going to be. So even with the wee scraper, it's not coming off. I'm trying to get that scrim. No. So it's a good sign, guys. And we went to green side to green side. Again, just the paper came off with severe force, so pretty. I'm not using a tool to really try and pry it. Again, I'll come to a part here where there's not much on. Again, the plaster actually stuck to it, so it's definitely taken to the paper. Kind of saying you want. So that's the test done. I already knew the results because I've done that test previous, but gives you a bit of an idea. If that stuff was all just delaminating off and leaving paper clean, then you know it's just dead. The other thing you'll want to do when you're doing that test is, if you're about the place, see what way the stuff's setting. You don't want, you can't plaster with stuff that's going to set in 30-40 minutes. You're going to really struggle. Maybe if you're doing small areas, you'll be okay. And out of date plaster tends to set very fast. The other thing it also does is it doesn't set at all. And I know the green bags we're using, they actually took a long time to set, but they did set. I think that's just the way that product actually goes, that board finish. Before this big job, I haven't used much of it at all. Prefer to stick to cardite and multi-finish. But again, you could see with the scrim, with the normal wee board, there was any of that coming off. And then with the tool, I was able to pry it off, but it was just, you know, it was ripping the paper. It wasn't delaminating, which is the kind of sign you want. So if you were to try that same test on sand and cement, you would do a similar thing with mesh, and you could try it underneath your scratch coat and onto a block. Just do wee small areas that you could actually chip back off again and redo the whole wall, and you could pull at the mesh. I've done these tests many a time before. Pull on the mesh. If the mesh rips, that's brilliant. If it all comes off, that's your mix is wrong. Change your mix, whatever it is you're doing. But it's just one test, guys, that you can do, is the ones I've showed you here, and hopefully down the line I'll be able to show you other strength tests that you can do with certain things. But hopefully you've enjoyed this one, and like I say, you'll enjoy the ones down the line once I get a bit of time to do them. Maybe if work runs down, I'll be able to do a few more things. As one thing, for example, I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to run a ceiling rose or a bit of cornice and make a mould of it. On the ones where I'm making ceiling roses, I'm getting a lot of people asking how to make them, how would you make them, or where would you buy them and stuff. So obviously, you know, if you really wanted the plaster casts, I could make them and sell them, but for the likes of the moulds, I think people are just genuinely interested in how they are made. Do have one or two videos on making moulds, but I think I will actually get down and run something interesting for you. Run it and then either fiberglass or rubber, and back that up with fiberglass or just all rubber, which will be quite expensive. So might need to wait a wee while to build up a bit of money, as we're still on the new building away as well. So that's draining everything. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments there. And if you liked it, hit a wee thumbs up and subscribe for more. Next subscribe.